Copywriting. Long back, years ago, when time tied me to the 10th grade, I had a teacher who taught us social science. My school was well established and ancient school which came into action by 1974. This teacher, who was well experienced and not just joined after the school started, her teaching career was bounded to the boundaries of my school. I was really fortunate to have her teaching. I was fascinated by her teaching presentation skills and sincerity. I loved her very much. She never used to use the textbook while teaching, rather, she would point out the real life experiences from her life and taught us examples. She connected and related our subject with the surroundings. That was her teaching expression. Her vision sometimes differed from other teachers, and she never failed to appreciate us for a good deed we did. Once teacher told us something very significant. I do not know what led to the topic, still I remember we were discussing about cheating during exams by copying. I once decided to take a retest for a student who failed to appear for the unit test. I went to take the retest. There were none in the class except for her and me. Suddenly, the door got opened and my colleague entered to say that we had a meeting. The only thing I could do was to give her some questions and ask them to answer it. The meeting went so long than predicted. By the time I reached after attending the meeting, time flooded its own pace. She was waiting for me outside the classroom. She must have got late for the next session, I guess. As I had to collect the paper in a hurry, I did not go through to know what was written in it. I entered the same classroom and I got shocked when I realized my mistakes. I did keep my all textbooks on the table in the class with her. History, geography, economics, civics, all were on the teacher's table. But there was something that hit me hard. Some sort of euphoria started engulfing me when I evaluated her paper. You know what? She got 0 on 20. But in my mind, I gave her 20 on 20. It is not what she wrote in the paper. As a social science teacher, I am responsible to appreciate her. You need to be brave enough after all. Write what you know in the paper rather than making us fools and cheat during exams. I don't think it is a brave act to do so. She did get chance to do malpractice during the exam. She did not do it because it is not because she thought she would be appreciated by me. If then she could write a few answers and realistically escape. She did get enough time to do so also. After narrating till now, the whole class sighed for a moment. When the class got over, my mind was filled with so much gratitude to that unknown lady. It is what we do in secret that is measured by who you are, what you are, when you are doing something when nobody is watching. By chance, if the story inspires someone and get them to reform, it's a blessing. Because in that one girl who wrote the exam being sincere to the conscience, right? By chance, even if this was remarkable, the teacher would have ignored it and at, scolded at her for not scoring well. She refused to do so for events. He deserves to be appreciated, right? It is not what you write in that sheet of paper what value you. It is how much will it contribute to you. After all, value lies in how much moral one has.